Return to observer retro streams. Tonight, our horror block begins with Amber Journeys Beyond, followed by Scratches the Director's Cut on October 5th and 19th. Stay tuned for more. Now, on with the show.
Welcome back, everyone. This time we'll be starting off our multi-horror special with a little piece of unsung adventure game history. Once again, it'll be a Windows 98 title, but this time we will not be using DOSBox, but something different called 86box. This program was designed to more accurately emulate Windows as it's designed to be, and thankfully I had help from some people on Discord to properly set it up for me. Excuse my dogs. Oh, pardon me. I think I might have left something in the... Yep. Sorry about that. I was moving a save game from one computer to another using a floppy disk image and I forgot to eject it. Oops. Yeah, this part you never saw on DOSBox.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
And yes, Microsoft Plus had its own horror theme as well. I don't know anything about what the channels were for what internet was like back then, but I assume that's what this is from. Good, image is loaded. I spent a little time organizing my games and I made a designated folder. I thought initially of streaming this game, but take my word for it, the content of this one is a little too disturbing for Twitch, I'll say that much. What we'll be streaming is this one.
Hi, it's me again. I'm going to ask a favor of you in a minute, but I figured I better explain why before I do the actual asking. In a nutshell, Roxy's up to her old tricks again. As you know, we've been developing a technology for tracking paranormal activity. Although I haven't been able to tell you much about our new product line, let's just say that the latest stuff goes beyond tracking. Way beyond. We got some equipment up and running, and I've worked with Roxy for long enough to know she'd want to do the early tests herself. Normally, that wouldn't bother me. It's just that the stakes are so high this time. She's up at that old house she bought, which, as you may have heard, is reputed to be extremely active. She's treating that house like a lab. She has it totally wired with all of our latest equipment, and although we'd never tell Roxy this, we're afraid she's getting in a little over her head. Some of that equipment is still in the form of early prototypes. Fragmentation is a real problem area. I made her promise she wouldn't do anything hasty without one of us around, but you know Roxy. So, here's a favor. Would you mind driving up there and checking up on her? We're asking you because I know that you and Roxy work together on that dream research. She respects your work, so I think she'd probably listen to you. Thanks in advance. And one final favor, be really cautious here. It's easy to catch Roxy's enthusiasm. Don't let her talk you into doing anything stupid. Regards, Joe.
Well, this is one heck of a predicament. It looks like a ghost ran our car off the road. Yeesh, somebody get a tow truck. And before I go on, I want to explain a couple of pointers. This game has its own themed cursor, which actually animates with movement. And the transitions you saw can actually be adjusted, much like Riven's did. For now, I'm going to leave it to none. Easier on the eyes. And those people that developed this, Frank and Susan Wimmer, this company, Hugh Forest Entertainment, it was basically just them and a small crew of people that made this. I actually reached out to them. They might be joining us today. I'll try best. Okay, maybe not. Before we go into this house, let's... Well, look where we were supposed to park. This game actually did have a Mac port too, and The unique cursor there was also black. I saw that when I looked at a YouTube video. Ah yes, a crowbar. The seminal tool of any game character. Weird place to hang one. Uh-oh. I guess this must be Roxy. I guess this is probably the result of some experiment gone wrong. And I guess we need to figure out what experiment that was. Hello, what do we got here? Something we can take. This game doesn't have very many inventory items because, well, it's a Myst clone, obviously. It's also not that long. I might be able to hit this in one single stream, hopefully. Whoa, that's one heck of a mailbox. To Dr. Roxanne Westbridge, 16 Southgate Drive, Sumeria, North Carolina, 37908. Well, I guess if she's out cold, there's... Never mind, no comment. Enclosed in the new oscillator you asked for, we've adjusted the input per your instructions. Up the range. If you run into any problems with it, give me a call. So, she and Joe are workers in some kind of laboratory, it seems. Yeah, Biosci Technologies. But why do lab work all the way out here in the middle of nowhere? Oh. I'm guessing this is some kind of emergency lighting system, which means the power must be out. And... breaker switch. So what have we got in here? Dang, looks like in-house server racks and... Oh, what's this? Video 8, which, believe it or not, was a real format for camcorder cassettes. So I wonder what's on it then. This game has a lot of little nodes to look at just for detail, which is amazing when you think about it, because this game came out around the time Riven did, and that took 5 discs, but this fit on 1. Call about hole in the garage. Well, this computer obviously needs a password, and we don't know what it is yet, so better not touch it. Roxanne Lee Westbridge, Doctor of Philosophy from the Miskatonic University? As in H.P. Lovecraft? Well, that's not a nice omen right there. Don't have a clue what this is. Cute, an all-seeing eye pyramid that says, "Ask me." So it's like a magic pyramid instead of an 8-ball. Will I make it out of this mission alive? My reply is no. I had to jinx it. Bar User's Manual, a draft. So this must be one of the products they were making. So it stands for Bulbic Activity Reader. We put the psi in science. A low-level setting causes the bar to register activity from all sources, including living beings. Low setting good for uncongested areas, which is where we are, so... Level 6, most reliable results. Keep this in mind. Risk interference from common appliances. What kind of customers would these be sold to anyway? I mean, paranormal aside, what else could these be used for? It doesn't say what the gain is on this. Paranormal activity has been associated with a long cycle, so frequency modulation is 8. Switch to run. If all settings are correct, you will see a straight line emanating from the stylus onto the LCD panel. So all these gadgets are linked together using a thing called a peak with 2 lowercase e's. Never been an easier, more effective way than to explore the paranormal with BT products. Ah, this is the peak, then. If this was today, this would definitely be a smartphone app. I like how the inventory items have like a silhouette view unless your cursor is on them. Really adds to the vibe. So it looks like this office has like a really tiny loft up here, and huh, that must be one of the cameras. Does this kind of design look architecturally safe? I don't know. I mean, I'm not complaining. I like big houses like this, but right, so where I was thinking of going first is actually over here. Ah, so this must be where the oscillator goes. Amber unit online. I guess it needs to charge or something first. There's another camera. It looks more like a projector than a camera. Ah, to-do list. Test settings, check breaker, send specs for oscillator, check amber headgear, run test in garage. And that test is what went wrong. Ah, news article on the haunting edge exploring life after death. Roxanne Westbridge, founder and CEO. Wait, since when do CEOs do the field work themselves? Instead of developing hardware that crunches numbers or creates pretty pictures, Roxy is developing technology that will give us some answers about life after death. If I had to guess, this just looks like some kind of either a server or a backup generator. Sounds like a good idea. As a matter of fact, on the game box, I've read that these graphics were made with SGI computers. Wilton Dive Weed Killer. Ooh, wine. Ah, there's the camcorder. And we view it all through this viewfinder. Dang, I remember when cameras were like this back then, when they didn't have those fold-out screens.
Let's see, it's day 12. We just had the last of the equipment moved over and even settled in a bit. It's starting to look like home. Feels like it, too. In fact, I think I would have bought this place even without its reputation.
Sorry, I think the video is stuttering a little. It's not supposed to do that.
Anyway, I still have to set up the cameras and then I'll get back to the research. In a nutshell, nothing going on. Unpacking, catching up on reading. I'll use this log if anything interesting comes up. Out for now. Day 15. I've decided to name the new device Amber. That's an acronym for Astral Mobility by Electromagnetic Resonance.
So that's what it stands for. Astral mobility by electromagnetic resonance. Interesting. Hold on. Okay, I need to check what the emulator is doing. 1 second. CPU up at the top does seem to be holding, so I don't know what's going on.
Unfortunately, other than naming the device, not much progress. No doubt about it, the psionic flow around here is strong enough. I can't blame the house, but something just isn't clicking. I can read the amplitude, but I can't get the amber device to sync with my theta waves. Maybe if I link the bar into the network, I'll get a more stable signal. I don't know.
I'll be honest, this is the first time running this game through 86box instead of DOSBox. So, I honestly didn't see this coming, sorry.
Day 20. And this place just isn't prepared for my electrical needs. Not surprising, given the drain I've imposed on it. Yesterday, when I was feeding a bar signal to the amber device, the BT equipment went down. To make matters worse, the lights have been flickering on and off. It started when I restored the spare bedroom to wartime decor. I must have been right about one of the spirits being from the 40s, because all hell broke loose after I finished. That bedroom appears to be locked from the inside now, and I haven't found a way in yet. Anyway, I've called an electrician about getting a second breaker and a backup generator installed, so I can be damn sure this equipment doesn't go down while I'm astral. While he's here, I'll see if he can wire the property and some of the house lights to the new breaker. Hopefully that'll solve some of my problems. Day 24. I've tried, but things just aren't going right. The house has the activity that I need, but I can't get the amber device to keep up with my theta. The computer driving the system definitely has the power, so I guess I'll just have to make these routines more efficient. I'm also having the guys from the lab send me a new oscillator. Maybe with that and getting the bar on the line, all this will finally come together. It took me a couple of days to figure out that I had an error in my original calculations, that I should set the bar gain to 5 to get the bar operating.
Bar gain is 5. There it is.
Once I get these routines pared down and each of the units online, I'll try amber again. Hopefully that'll be soon. I'm convinced there's at least 2 spirits stuck here. They seem to want interaction, and I'm pretty sure I can get to them. It's just getting back that's unknown at this point. If the new oscillator doesn't get here soon, I'll make the most of the one I have. This is incredible. I've just detected an astral disturbance in the garage. The activity around here is peaking, so I'm afraid I may never get a chance like this again. As a result, I've decided to take this opportunity to test the amber technology. Fortunately, I never got around to unpacking the garage, and the beater's in the shop again. As for my own safety, well, anything for fame and fortune, right? Anyway, maybe this will work and maybe it won't. Either way, I'll find out what's behind the curtain. Roxy out.
Well, that about wraps that part of the story up. So I guess, weird as it is, I think there's only one thing we can do from here. We need to finish her work. I mean, why else wouldn't her coworker send us? When your CEO gets a little too crazy with flawed prototypes that haven't been tested properly, I mean, what else are you gonna do? Call the police? What are the cops gonna do about ghosts? Wow, this is really immersive. We can look through every single cabinet in this kitchen. Sure, it's not important to gameplay, but it's interactive. You don't see that in many Myst clones. Well, now that we have the peak, I guess we can do some experiments while we're at it. Let's see what this device is actually for. And yes, they rendered a screen for this angle on the door, not just the back. Scan device online. Time to process 3 minutes. Tonal residue found. For some reason we can't open the fridge though. Huh. A phone with no marked numbers.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again, or call your operator to help. 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 Help.
Realms of the paranormal, oh boy. This is mostly just foreshadowing on what we're going to be dealing with in the meat of the game. An essential or psionic force. The old electromagnetic ghost theory, which I've actually seen in other media as well. And it actually skips to different groups of pages, so we don't have to read the whole thing. The spirits suffer from at least some level of amnesia, which blocks the spirits from facing the truth of their own deaths. They can't remember who they are, where they are, or why they're restrained to a location, and because of that confusion, they can't move on. So the only reason that places are haunted is because they're throwing a fit because they can't pass on or don't even know that we're there. The spirit may only be aware of the actual time period which surrounded their life on Earth. Regarding the reports of psychics, the spirits seem to be stuck in time as well as space, able only to traverse a small area. Attributed to it as a sort of bizarre alternate reality which combines everyday objects with odd elements. And these distortions are the result of psychic intervention and may not exist for the spirit when the psychic is not present. But so keep notes on all that. Okay, it's ready.
Open the door! They're coming! They're coming! Open the door! They're coming!
Somebody really wanted in the back door, it seemed. Well, now that test is done, I should go get the scanner and see what else I can use it on. I actually happen to know that there are only 3 areas in the game, 3 different doorknobs where that scanner actually works. Which probably means that's where where the spirits are. The next one I happen to know is up here in the room that Roxy couldn't open. Five minutes. Okay, so there's the bar. Hey, we got something. And now it's cycling through all the different cameras. They even animated the fan spinning in the master bedroom. Hot dang, Roxy, what did it cost you to get this place? Most haunted houses you see in the media are old, run down, and impossible to live in. Just a photo that's used as a texture. These ones don't seem very relevant. They're just random transcripts of dreams. That's not ominous at all. But like every... You know it's a good game when you can flush the toilet. He's back. While we're at this, I should note that there is one major game very similar to this called Darkfall, made by Jonathan Boakes in 2003, and it has a lot of things in common with this one. Including ghost hunting software and gadgets. And the old supernatural atmospheric tension. Hey, this one's done.
No! Please! No!
Oh god, what was that sound? Let's hear it again. Yes, I want to play this twice.
No! Please! No!
It sounds like somebody shot that woman. Oh jeez. What a terrible fate. Well, with the interior covered, let's take a look around outside. And I happen to know there's actually something special at the back of this hill. Ah, a wall of weeds. Well, I know how to fix that. Hello. Wow, a gazebo in the middle of a forest. And by the looks of these cobwebs, this must have been here for decades. Whoa, shooting star. I would not be able to go down that stairway as easily. Okay. I have a feeling these hauntings are just a build-up to something bigger. The last place to use this scanner on I happen to know is all the way back at the start. on this little shack here. Uh... I wonder how long that car can stay afloat like that. Then we could just hoof it back to town. The answer to that is no. It just loops different screens, like Kavir. Oh god, he's inside! I think that ghost was reenacting stabbing someone. So whoever that is can't be good. Road to nowhere, of course. Say what you want, but the atmosphere in this game is really good. We haven't even had any constant music yet, except for the intro. Whoa, a key. And I think I know what that goes to, so we better head back to the master bedroom after this scan finishes. Alright, what's this one? That has to be the most cryptic of all, and I can't even make a word of that one. What's even in this building? Huh? Nothing? Who locks up an empty shack? Yep, they're really throwing a fit now. And about that TV, I got a bad feeling about it. Samara Morgan, are you there? Somebody attacked us, and that was a low-pitched version of the Howie scream. And I'm just tempting fate at this point. But let's find out what's in this room. If the ghost gave us a key, I guess they want us to go in here. Famous last words. Alright, this is the one that Roxy said she restored to wartime decor from the 1940s. Darkfall had stuff like this too, because it was set around the same time period. I think that could have been filmed a little better, but nice to know who we'll be meeting soon, I suppose. Oh god, the walls are bleeding! And I was just in there! It's like The Shining.
Hello? Hello? It's me, Roxy. I can't hear you. Oh, but I can sense that you're there. I had to warn you. The Amber device, it's riddled with fragmentation errors. I thought I'd reached Astral, but I'm not sure anymore. I seem to be divided between several locations. Everything looks different. I must be drifting in and out of consciousness. I keep switching. Ted? Is it you? Who is this? Who is this? Are you there? Don't let anyone come after me. It's too dangerous. Besides, even if you could collect all the fragments, there's no guarantee the software could actually compile them. Thanks, and tell everyone else for now.
So to recap, we work for a company called BioSci Industries, and our boss decided to test their latest hardware herself, and which is a headset designed to astrally project yourself into ghosts to help them, but her version went wrong. So her mind has been split between the three ghosts, and to get it back into her, we have to help them pass on. Luckily, there's a second device, and it's now that the ghostly activity is high enough, we can use it now. Well, this doesn't... After that spark, I'm not sure I want to wear this, but we have to. It's almost like a trode net from Neuromancer. Headgear modulating EEG to match astral current. One moment, please. Surf's up! So up to now, we've been doing experiments observing activity on the cameras and doing scans of audio from different doors. But this time, it's going to take things up a notch. No. Around this property are 3 different locations where the hauntings are strongest. And I'm going to pick the one that's closest. Whoa. Before I put this device on, I saw someone's reflection in this mirror, so I'm guessing that's who we're going to meet. And in case you're wondering, for anyone who missed it, the name of the amber in the title of this game stands for Astral Mobility by Electromagnetic Resonance. So in other words, like Doctor Strange. And it's time we go astral.
Awful. Who would do such a thing?
Now this part of the game is really cool because if you saw earlier, our HUD was like almost widescreen, but here after that QuickTime movie it warped so it actually has a border around the edges like in a photo album. And we'll see that effect with the other two as well. So we're looking down at the ghost's own dead body, but they don't know it's them. And during this audio scans, we heard someone crying for help, followed by a gunshot, so this must have been them. So we have to help this person find out that they're dead. Otherwise, they'll never pass on. And first up is a slightly optional puzzle.
I'm Sue.
Each of these little boxes have pieces of a sentence in it, and we just have to open them in the right order.
Miss. I'm Miss Maggie Sue. I'm Miss Sue Maggie. I miss you, Maggie.
I recognize that voice. Is my name Maggie?
So this mirror looks back into our world, although we can't go through it.
How odd.
Another run in your stockings. Unlike the old days, you can't just replace them. Well, gals, your problem is solved with the new Miller Run Mender. The Run Mender repairs runs in silk hosiery and lingerie, and without the use of thread. The Miller Run Mender, the thrifty solution for times like these.
So Maggie here seems to be trapped permanently in the 1940s. So that's why everything looks the way it does. But a side effect of us interacting with her causes this.
From your government is life savings, and yet that's exactly what they are.
I can't seem to get that station.
By changing the radio station, we move between rooms. And this is really cool because we can actually look through details of the house as it was in the 1940s. In 1943 is when she died.
Oh, that's right. Ted's coming home.
I guess our husband was out in the war and we're just waiting for him to come back. Sorry, the navigation is a bit clunky.
You're listening to WBRD with your host, Lee Franklin. This is the Jimmy Victor Orchestra with Touch of Class.
So now that dumbwaiter is up, we can move this pin into here.
Now, how did I do that?
And bring it back down to the kitchen. I'm guessing we have more interactivity than she does.
Attention, young Americans. I know that in this time of crisis, you might think, what can I do for our country? I'm just a kid. Well, remember, President Roosevelt has called on your assistance in winning this war. By attending the weekly salvage drive at Franklin Middle School, you can make a difference.
So now that we put that pin in place, we can get that station we couldn't reach.
Gibson, Vice President of Southeastern Electric. When you hear the air raid alarm, light bulbs should be removed from all unoccupied rooms, porches, and yard lights so that they can't be turned on by mistake. For occupied rooms, provisions must be made to darken every window, glass door, skylight, and exterior opening wherever lights are used after dark. All of us at Southeastern Electric urge your full cooperation in this matter and with all other national defense measures. I thank you for your time.
So in here we can learn a little bit more about these two people. You've served your country in many ways, and we, your family, have counted the days. You've earned your stripes though days have passed. Now you're home with us at last.
I've been really sad since Ted left. Sometimes I just get so blue thinking about it.
So this is a letter from Ted. It's kind of hard to read, but basically he's talking about his exploits during the war. I guess he was Air Force. One of their B-47s came back from a strike with a side missing. Oh, excuse me, that was the sound of my phone. This looks like some kind of knitting pattern.
Looking for the latest news from the front? Then join us this evening at 7 p.m. when WMDR's new sister station, WLVN, premieres at 129.8 on your radio dial.
129.8. So there's a new station opening at 7 o'clock, but all the clocks say 4.
Oh dear. That can't be good.
Now, we can't just wait around for time to pass. But if you're wondering, why are we traveling via radio and not the doors? Well, this is why.
Hey folks, you know that
I
all
wonder
that
what
news
time it
can
is.
cost
I
lives.
don't want to miss
You
that
never know who
broadcast.
just might be listening. So keep it under your hat with a Stevenson wide brim. Just the right
So 15 minutes went by.
soft, cushiony felt made from the exclusive Stevenson Tender Tough process. Steven. It's a special presentation of Buster Cruz orchestral music here on WMDR. Your favorite for lasting soothing melodies and dreamy harmonies.
And now an hour went by.
68.5
And I'll be honest, I use a walkthrough. First up, I happen to know that the door in the room we started in is actually the reset button.
Samantha reopens this week at the Rialto Theater. The Rialto salutes all the recent Academy winners.
Here's a message from your...
Have you planted your victory garden yet? Remember that America needs 22 million victory gardens by next year. In order to achieve this
I
goal,
think I remember something about a victory garden.
gardens and more productive
See, now the clocks have been reset back to 4 o'clock.
it will release food for our soldiers.
So I happen to know that this door here 1 or 2 times will make it 7. Yep. I don't think you'd be able to figure that out without trial and error. So now we're in the living room.
I don't like coming in here.
Solus bait, what does that mean? I actually reached out to the creators, so I'm hoping to get their side of the story at some point. Send them a link and everything. That must be them. I do think this game is a lot more focused on story than puzzles.
I don't want to stay in here. I must have thrown those away for a reason. You better leave them alone.
This, yet again, is a slider puzzle. But not here. I'm not doing that again. Now it is complete. What does it say?
Tires, pneumatic wraps, and other war articles. We must make our automobile tires.
Theodore Butler was killed by detonation of defective death charge.
Please. No.
Well, there's another brick in her wall. Well, that's one down. At least she's happy. Psionic fragment isolated, insufficient power to process. So astral projection is strong enough that it can knock out the place's power. Yeesh. Now for the worst part of the game. I feel better to get that out of the way in the middle instead of the end. Excuse me a second.
I think I should be cold, but I'm actually rather comfortable.
This time we're in control of a kid who drowned and froze to death under the ice. God dang. What a terrible way to go.
Help! Help!
And this time the HUD is all frozen over at the edges. In this particular level, they added 45-degree turns to our cursor, similar to the game REM, but unlike REM, this is just more disorienting than anything.
Oh look, I can see an anchor from here.
See, it's really hard to get your bearings because there's all this fog in front of your face. And if you try to go to the edges, you get blown back. I heard a voice somewhere. Tracks in the snow and they led to here. My guess is this is probably how our character died. And we can go into the water. I mean, I guess ghosts can't die again, so...
Help! 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 Hey, stupid! Over here! That's me, poor bear. Help me! Pull me out! Pull my finger!
So because we're looking through the imagination of this kid, he thinks his toys can talk. And I'm guessing to get this thing out of the ice, we have to break it somehow.
Hey, oh!
And for music, all we're hearing is Christmas hymns on chimes. But they all sound a little bit ominous.
I think I remember Father using that on the walkway.
An oil lamp? Wow, we must have gone farther back in time. Well, at least that thing's free. So at the moment, the only other way to go is the crash site. You can kind of tell where it is based on these tracks. Alright, so I guess I was wrong. No, you actually need to go where the rock salt landed. There he is.
You drove your new car into the lake? Boy, are you gonna get it?
Now I'm gonna save here because, as you might have saw from that glimpse, we have another maze on our hands.
James. I mean, Edwin.
I can't see where I'm going. Which way shall we go?
We have 3 paths, but we actually need to go down the middle one.
Hold on, Chippy, here we go!
And they really pad out these transitions with long, winding movements per move.
I'm gonna beat it.
Hold on a second. Don't want to mess this up. Forward again.
Whee! Nice driving.
God, that thing is creepy.
Hey, I don't want to be left here by myself. Go get the bear.
What's a clever motor car?
Sorry, I'm looking at a walkthrough for this. I'm going to take a wrong turn because in order to get the bear, we need to do something on the surface. And any wrong turns will always lead back to that bubble stream. There, see? Now, as Edwin said, the raft elsewhere on the lake has an anchor attached to it. And I wasn't able to check it, but I already know where the bear is. And we need to lower the anchor so we can catch it. I really don't like this level. So next we release this very Channelwood looking windmill to provide air for the boat.
That'll put a little wind in your sails.
But it's blowing the wrong way. Up here we can access this wind vane.
Does this change the wind, or does the wind change this?
In this world, this actually does change the direction of the wind. We need to make the wind blow in the opposite direction. There, like that. There he is.
That's me today.
So now we should be able to grab him on our second run with the car. So the direction is left and then forward.
Let's go get Teddy.
Whoa, sick jump.
Don't be frightened, Teddy. It's fun. Hold on very tightly.
Pretty. I guess this means goodbye. Goodbye.
Only one left. So that face on the box cover must be Roxy. And of course, we still have to flip the breaker again. As a point of interest, some people on YouTube actually tried to make a live-action movie of this game similar to the 11th Hour, although with none of the raunchy parts. They never finished it, but it included that particular ghost zone all drawn in 2D. And I happen to know where the final ghost is. The best and the darkest. If Edwin's scenario was the lightest of the three, this one would be the worst. Oh yeah, you can take the amber off by clicking the edges of it. Whoa. Prepare for one mind frick of a transition, guys.
What was his problem?
Dang, what a sight to see. And this time, the HUD is actually widescreen again, but this time it's in what was called the CinemaScope format from the 1960s. And the colors are all oversaturated, so it's like we're witnessing the equivalent of a B-movie from that time. Well, there's the back door. Huh, this sunroom didn't exist in the present time.
Looks like someone ran into some trouble.
Oh yeah, a guy that broke in and stabbed somebody with a knife. Alright, I'm turning up the volume because in a bit there'll be a part that I'm gonna need your guys' help with.
I hate these weeds.
So around this part of the garden are beehives.
Watch out for the bees. They know stuff.
So we can interact with these beehives, but I want you guys listen really closely to this audio because even to this day I don't fully know what it says. And there's 3 different sequences.
Where have you been? And watching aliens. You read everything. Where's your parents? Stabbed right up. Murdered. The half of parents from. And not, but girl isn't like you. For spacecraft. You're you. That's the spaceship's coming. Taking the them at you. We'll what with the because watching you, like her, like you, mad, you, totally, you, weird, you.
You bees are all a bunch of liars!
Watching, all watching, listening, and a freak about that. Hey, girl, her you deaf, them you so good girl, her obsession or traits, the dead parents, why? I know because I'm saying all availing as you, and with you, leader, fool, out, did girl be watching, you watched, you stalked, completely, fact, so that believed to now.
There's one more.
Where have you been? And watching
not that one.
Me, everything. You, where's your parents? Stabbed right up. Murdered. That half of parents from. And not, but girl isn't like you. For spacecraft. They're you. That's the spaceship's coming, taking the them at you. We'll what with because watching you, like her, like you, mad, you totally, you, weird, you.
Best I can wager is that these voices are really just this guy's own guilty conscience.
Watching, all watching, listening, and a freak about that. Hey, girl, her you deaf, them you so good girl, her obsession or traits, the dead parents, why? I know because I'm saying all availing as you.
I can't skip these, by the way.
Out, did girl be watching? You watched, you stalked, completely. Fact, so that believed to now.
I think the only one I didn't click is the one to my right. If it's not this one, I'll just move on.
Where have you been? And watching aliens. You really everything. You, where's your parents? Stabbed right up. Murdered. That half of parents from. And not, but girl isn't like you. For spacecraft. They're you. That's the spaceship's coming, taking the them at you. We'll what with because watching you, like her, like you, mad, you totally, you, weird, you.
Those bees are lying.
Oh, I got turned around because these paths all look the same, that's why. Well, that's interesting. Sculpture in a fountain. These plants have mirrors on the base. I wonder something.
Oh yeah, I'm a gardener. This is my shed.
Oh, we can't look at the bottom without closing the door.
Achoo.
If one of those look to the gazebo, I wonder where the others lead.
Looks kind of like her window. I think she's trying to tell me something.
Okay, so this guy is some kind of... Oh my god, I think this guy is a stalker. He must have been hired by the people who owned this house back then, and I think he's been stalking someone in their family. Keep note of this pattern, by the way. Oh, there's another path this way. If I can find it.
Damn weeds.
There it is. Either this is another side effect from Astral Projection, or this family must have had a whole darn arboretum in their yard at one point.
Damn weeds. I believe I made that. I did. I made it for her. We're going away together.
The goal of this puzzle is to get all these nails out of this heart. But when you push one in, another one comes out. Three, two, one. Remember that. Glad it stays open in the earlier shots. Where did the handrails go? Well, I guess this place was under construction back then. This wasn't there in the 90s.
What's this thing do?
This looks familiar, but I can't remember the combination.
Well, ain't this some foreshadowing? I'm doubting there's gonna be a channel with linking book down here.
That's my Mandy. She's coming with me.
She wrote this to me.
Believe me, I don't like you and I want you to leave me alone. I don't want your gifts. I don't believe in flying saucers. Stop talking to me about them.
She has the prettiest handwriting.
My dad said if you don't stop bothering me, he'll fire you. This guy is so naive, it's scary. I mean, this is the freaking stalker shrine right here. This dude has issues.
We better get ready. They'll be here soon.
It's got suitcases packed and everything. Bryce Walker, Planet Earth. Dude's even got photos. I mean, this was kind of a common conspiracy in the 1960s, but still. They wanted more men and women so they could have babies together. So he really thinks UFOs are coming to pick him up. Star chart and everything. Even a model solar system. Wow, so Bryce built this gazebo himself? Man, this dude should have picked a different job instead of being a gardener. I mean, wow, you could make a lot of money doing this kind of stuff.
Whatever's in there must be a pretty big secret.
Okay, it looks like he dropped his bucket of red paint here, because I don't think that's blood. Wait, the flag's white, but on this picture it's red. Man, really impressive designs, I won't lie.
That ought to get their attention. I hear they like red. This reminds me of something else, but I can't quite place it.
It was the number of those tiles in that window. It's unlocked, and what do we find?
Mandy? Mandy?
you have to start screaming? I thought they were coming, and you were fighting me. But then they never came after all.
Wait. It's them. They're here.
They're here?
Wait. Something's not right.
That wasn't a UFO. I think he got dragged off to hell. It is. All the ghosts are gone. We have all three fragments of Roxy's mind. Now all we have to do is get back to the study and put them together. I told you this was a short game. Uh-oh. I think we just got electrocuted through the amber.
Come no further. It's not yet your time to pass through. Your friend needs you, and you alone have the ability to help her. A single obstacle stands in your way. All you need is wisdom. 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 Wisdom.
Ah, the old "it's not your time" cliche. Well, that advice is more literal than you think, because it turns out the password to this PC is literally wisdom. And guess what? If you type in the password... Guess what? If you try to type in the password earlier in the game before this... it just crashes and makes you reboot. Talk about developers' foresight. Anyway, we need to align these fragments re-entry algorithm. This one's pretty simple. We just need to move these tiles up and down to make one unbroken line. The beep just means it won't go any higher. Place headgear on subject to be reanimated, then evacuate area immediately. Ugh. Someone did make a patch to try and make this game compatible with Windows XP, but it broke the computer login part. I'd like to see ScumVM pick this up. So we switched the headgear she used with ours. And then... Run!
Wow, that was a close call. Thought I was lost that time. Those re-entry algorithms could use a bit of tweaking. Anyway, thanks for the save. Is everything here all right? Equipment seemed to work okay, all in all. Seems like we made it through the trial. Oh, we need to get this data to lab as soon as possible. Where'd you park your car?
About that. Well, that's Amber Jenner's Beyond. A pretty good, unique adventure game for its time. It certainly went to inspire a lot of others. It's really sad that it flew so far under the radar that the people who made this say couldn't make any other games. And we get a montage of the score for the credits. Stay tuned for the next game where the horror goes far harder than this game did.